Hey guys, welcome on back into the channel. I am Faith, of course. Hi, I'm over here in the bottom left screen. So I don't know if I'm getting a little bit into my teaching bag, maybe, but welcome to my sort of kind of presentation. I mean, there's not really a lot on these slides besides the fact of who this reading is for, but I am doing it this way because I don't know. Maybe I just kind of like to have a few things there to show you, I guess, while I am doing your reading. But either way, I know it's been a couple days from my last reading where I did the water signs ones. But if you guys missed my community note, I was not feeling that great. Like maybe a day after I did the water sign reading, which is why, like I said before, I really don't care to do all 12 signs because this is the result as soon as I start doing it. Then it's just like, what the heck? I feel like I just have to over rest. Okay. So we are back at this again. Hopefully this will be um easier on me energetically speaking, but I may have to shorten this as well. But either way, so like I said, welcome on in air sign. So who exactly is this reading for? This reading is going to be if you have Sun in Gemini, Sun in Aquarius, Sun in Libra, or if you have your moon rising in these particular signs, then this reading can be for you. On my channel, I'm not really one that's going to go into like Mars, Mercury, unless I have a particular reading for those particular placements. Otherwise, over here on my channel is very basic stuff. It's very sun, moon, rising. Now, since the moon is the fastest planet or that we know of, one of the fastest planets if we're talking about astrologically speaking, I would definitely say go with your moon sign looking at that because the moon is like changing, it's circulating through the entire zodiac sign within an entire month. Which is why I said it's like one of the fastest, if not the fastest, if we're talking about astrologically speaking. Now, if maybe we moved over to another galaxy, then we may find another planet that moves faster than the moon. But at this point, we have the moon. So specifically, if you have moon in the air sign, then this really could help you. But the other placements are important as well. So I've done enough rambling. I've, done enough of letting you guys see where my brain is at when it comes to my presentation space. Which I don't mind it. I like visuals. I don't mind it. I'm a flow chart kind of girl, so I can do this. But anyway, so yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I've did enough rambling. Okay, so this next screen that we're going to be on, this is pretty much going to be up here for the duration of the video. Okay, I may flip back through as I'm talking, and who knows. I may add some notes, some things that may come up so you guys can come back and refer to it just in case I come up with something and it has nothing to do with you guys. I will drop it over here in the handy dandy notes section as you can see over here to my right side. So first off, we're going to start with the oracle cards, okay? So my, okay, oracle cards. Oh, I've been getting sleep medication a lot over this past maybe like 3 days. So I don't know if maybe somebody is battling some sort of addiction when it pertains to some sort of like sleep medication, but that is coming up, or this may be something that is coming up, worldly speaking, in terms of sleep medication. So that actually could be a good note to add. Oh, hopefully it works. Where's that at? Where is it? Oh no, hold on. Exit this. There we go. Okay. Okay. Specifically, I don't know how to spell tramadol, but I was actually getting tramadol. Okay. But yeah, let's take a stab at this and see what oracle cards you have coming up. By the way, this is the set that I'm using, Psychic Tarot for the Heart, in case you were curious. Okay, we have clarity or belief. So we have Ace of Swords energy. Okay. So there's some sort of plan. So you're planning something, it feels like right now. You like, literally you're planning it right now. Or this could be something that you may be planning for the future. Okay. It does feel that there could be some sort of a heart to heart that you could be having as well when it comes to could be another air sign, of course, like yourself, or this could be a friend. Some of you actually may end up having a heart to heart with someone that you considered a friend, and for whatever reason, you guys fell out, or this could be maybe a friend that you have now. Maybe this person has done something, said something that has made you feel uncomfortable, and you're kind of just like, that doesn't really sit well with me. So you may be finally breaking the ice or breaking the awkward silence to let this friend know that, you know what you said, I didn't really appreciate, I really didn't like. Okay. But anyway, but this also, there's like a harshness in the Ace of Swords to me sometimes because it can be like that unfiltered truth. Okay. So that could be another note that we may need to add to this. So during the month of October, some of you may be going through a period of time where there is somewhat of like an unfiltered truth that you have to deal with. Okay. Some of you, this unfiltered truth may be dealing with family or AKA family. I mean, why is this wording so big? Like, Jesus, take this down. Family or family secrets. Okay. I kind of want to say amusement park. So there may be some news surrounding an amusement park that could be coming out at some point. A lot of you guys love to remind me privately. Of course, I'm not going to call you out. Why would I do that? That's crazy. A lot of you guys like to remind me privately that my predictions are at least a year in the future, sometimes more. There's nothing I can do about that. Okay. You just better take it and enjoy it while I'm here. But yes, so news surrounding an amusement park. Okay. But either way, you see, it's interesting because in this card, I know you can't really see it that great. You see that butterfly? To me, that feels like this butterfly is like leaving his hand. So it could be some sort of situation that you were hoping to have a new beginning or hoping to have some sort of transformation in. It feels like it'll be leaving your side due to some sort of harsh reality, harsh truth, whatever it is that you want to label it as. The number one is all about us because the one is also tied to the sun. We know the sun is the ego. The sun doesn't really have anything to do with like family or anything like that. The sun is the sun. Sometimes the sun can be a little bit too bright because it can be in that energy of, everything revolves around me. So some of you may even be dealing with somebody like that where they are wanting everything to revolve around them, or that could be you. That could be your attitude right now. You're wanting people to cater to your emotions, cater to your feelings because you've went through something. Newsflash, you're not the only person that has to go through things, and you won't be the last, you won't be the first, however it is you want to label that. Okay. Or some of you, you may have to be the one that's going to have to give that speech that I just gave to someone. Just like, look, we all have issues going on. It's not just you out here in the world that's dealing with this, and this. You're just a lot more louder about the shit that you have going on than other people. But it doesn't mean that other people don't have stuff going on. So you may have to be, I don't know, not the bearer of bad news, but you may have to be the one that has to bring that sense of reality to that person, or somebody's kind of like doing that to you. Next card. So weird. I said harsh truth, harsh reality, or just a tough conversation. Some of you, it feels like that you want to have a tough conversation with someone. Maybe this tough conversation could also revolve around you not really being super interested in them. We do have this healing energy of the blue when it comes to this throat chakra type of card. Okay. But to me, this combination is kind of like saying, you know, why are you lying? Why are you lying to yourself? Or why are you lying to this person? Obviously, there's something sitting very deep in your throat chakra that feels like almost a frog in your throat and you want to get it out. So, why are you sitting there just letting it happen? Not saying anything, not correcting anything. Why are you doing that to yourself? And that, again, and maybe the reality of the nature could be the lesson of realizing that, wow, I really can't continue to sit back and not say anything. That's not going to benefit me. Okay. Now, if you are dealing, or if you're cross watching, or if you are dealing with another air sign, it feels like the truth or their truth is going to be coming to you. You're not necessarily going to be bringing the truth to them. Now, whatever it is they're going to say, I don't know, but that's just kind of like what I'm getting. Okay. Another call. Oh, of course. So I was on the right track. We have the death card. Okay, release. But remember, I just said, why are you sitting there not saying anything? There's a frog in your throat. There's something that you need to say, that you want to say, and you're just not saying it. So some of you air signs, from what I'm seeing here, eventually this frog in your throat is going to dissipate. Okay, it is going to go away. And then it may come a time where you are going to spew out everything that maybe you've been feeling. And in the midst of you doing that, be prepared, because whatever it is about, it is probably the end of that particular situation, the end of that particular connection. We do have a Scorpio coming through. Okay. But we also do have, so it could be a Scorpio sun, not necessarily a Scorpio moon or a rising, since we have number 4 coming through. Also Aries, maybe dealing with an Aries. Okay. Um, but look at him. He's shedding his old skin. And that's what a lot of you guys are needing to do. Some of you need to shed your old skin when it comes to how you communicate. Some of you are still communicating like you're 5. No. 5, 13, shoot, 1. No, no, no. We are not doing that anymore. It is time to shed that old skin. Nobody's going to read your mind. Nobody's going to come and, miraculously know what you want to say, and they're going to be able to tell everybody else. Nobody has time for that. A lot of people got stuff going on. And some of you guys, you're going to have to say it. And no, it's going to be an uncomfortable conversation to have, but you have to, whatever this conversation is, and some of you know exactly what I'm talking about, you need to go ahead and get it out. Okay? Because it's time to move on. It's time for you to shed this old skin. It's time for you to shed this dead weight. Okay? Some of you, because your throat chakra has been blocked for so long, you just won't shut the hell up. Now you're talking about everything, every little thing. You need to find a healthy balance at this point. I get it. I get it. I really do. Not being able to, being in whatever it is for so long and not communicating and all that good stuff. Now you just want to talk about everything. But please, keep something to yourself, for crying out loud. My God. And then at the bottom, oh, look at that. We have a sacral chakra, so we have that orange. It totally gives me that very, like, I don't know why, it kind of makes me think of like a little bit of anger. Some of you guys definitely feel like you're not being heard, so that could be why you're just like, you're the chatterbox, because it's just like, I'm just gonna keep talking, I'm gonna keep talking, I'm gonna keep talking till you hear me. They still don't hear you. Okay, so you have a lot of chakra work to do. Some of you guys, your heart space is really blocked because of maybe this situation. You felt scarred, betrayed, left out in the cold by air sign, Scorpio, Aries, Leo. Okay. So yeah, but that's just the oracle card. So last few minutes are going to be the tarot cards, and we're just going to see if it's any different than what we've already talked about. Okay. Oh my goodness, these do not want to shuffle. There we go. All right, let's take a look at this and see what we got going on hithereth. First card. Oh, look at that. Oh, isn't that kind of similar to what we were just talking about? This is the 7 of Wands, in case you can't really see that great. Okay, we have the 7 of Wands. So, battle. Really just fighting for what you believe in. Again, I was saying before, a lot of you really just want to be heard. You like I said, you're feeling looked over, or you spend a large amount of time in situations where people were telling you, not right now, let's not talk about that right now, we'll talk about this later, or just simply a matter of they don't really care to take your opinion into consideration. Some of you, this could be in relation to if you are in a leadership position, or you are in a particular career where, if you don't speak up, you're pretty much, out of luck. And it's like, this gives me somebody where it's just like, oh my God, I have a lot to say. I have so many ideas. I have whatever it is that I could contribute to this project or what it is, but they've put you on mute. Some of you, when it pertains to love, you've been put on pause, because either this person is just like, you know what, this is not the right time, whatever excuse they want to give you today. So a lot of you air signs, unfortunately, you're in situations where you're dealing with somebody and they're constantly giving you excuses of why they can't, why it can't be this, why I can't commit, whatever it is. And here you are, the 7 of Wands. You're still trying to compete for this person's affection. You're still trying to compete for this person's attention. Okay. I hate to say it. Some of you, if you haven't been getting any attention, I feel like you're going to be going through this period of time where you're being someone of like an attention whore. I said it. And that's okay. Because again, like I said, some of you, maybe you were in situations where you were just craving for that attention. Like, please, you know, go change my hair, at least notice that I changed my hair, and say something nice. Or I go get, who knows, new clothes or whatever it is. At least acknowledge that I went and got new clothes or whatever the situation may be. And that just didn't happen for however long it did. So now there's like this overactive possible sacral chakra, or there's this overactive chakra in you where it's just like, give me more, feed me. It's like a beast. Okay. We have the Queen of Cups. Yeah, remember I just said some of you guys, you're still pushing. You're still trying to get this person's attention. You still crave for this person's attention. Some of you, it's like this, it's almost like the shittier this person bees to you, that's the deeper you're falling in love with them. You see how crazy that sounds whenever I say it? It's diabolical. It just like doesn't make any sense. And that's kind of where you're at. Some of you, this is where you were. You were pushing. Like the more they pushed away from you, that's the more where you're just like, I think I love you. It's like, okay. But we have also some of you, like, I don't know if you're going to some sort of music festival or just some sort of festival period, I don't know, art, whatever. There's like this fire sign person that you're going to meet, fire with water in their chart. Some of you may even possibly be dealing with this person right now if you met them at some type of like concert or some sort of venue where there was a lot of music. Okay, this could be this person right here, where maybe you feel like the more you push them away, that's the more they keep coming back, and you're kind of just like, what do you want? I'm not even sure if I want you. you know so it's a lot of confusion surrounding emotions when it pertains to you, yourself, and somebody that you're dealing with. Oh yeah, we have the oh, okay, maybe this person is not financially stable. And some of you, this combination to me makes me think of like regret. Like you're regretting having all these emotions for this particular person, and financially speaking they're just not on the same level as you, but you're just like, wow, I mean, this person is a little bit irresponsible in the way that they are, but why does it feel like that? I just need more. Oh my God, air signs, I swear to Jesus. Yeah, because the King of Pentacles, and even it could go another way. Even if this King of Pentacles person is financially sound, financially stable, he's so selfish. But again, you're just like, I don't necessarily know what it is about this person, but I am just like, there's something there, even though this person is very selfish and all that stuff. But I also would say this is not, some of you have just gotten a new job, or you are about to get a new job, or something new is about to come through that is good for you financially speaking. The cards are like saying that you need to be quiet about this. It's like you want to share whatever it is that you're making or your salary. Some of you have to be careful because it almost feels like someone may call your boss or manager to snitch on you. Don't know what about. Be careful if you are having any sort of extramarital affair when it comes to at work, or just be careful, period, if you are kind of like having something going on with somebody that you work with. You got to be careful because I probably give that in the next 7 to 11 days. Oops, I said 7 to 22. 7 to 11 days time frame of you being called to the principal's office, or some sort of phone call is going to be made. So be careful. Okay, I'm actually getting a Monica. So I don't know if some of you are, if you're a guy dealing with the Monica, or even if you're a girl, a woman, doesn't matter, dealing with a Monica, or this may be somebody at your job, whomever this could be. The world, okay? Change. Some of you, this could be a long distance relationship, you and this person. Okay. The world is very Saturnian to me. Okay. So, a completion of a karmic relationship. Some of you guys are going through that right now. And this feels like two people, or maybe one of you guys still pushing to save a karmic relationship, even though this karmic relationship actually already ended in July. So karmic relationships have already ended in July. So why are we still talking about this? LOL. Uh, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Remember, I just said some of you about to get a new job. Here he is, or they. Eight of Pentacles. So work, more work. Okay. Yep. Ace of Wands. Some of you are going to be turning in your letter of resignation if you haven't already. 8 weeks, 8 days, 8 hours, 12 days, or the 12th of October, which is about 5 days from now, I think. My math is probably off. Look at that. We have the Page of Swords and we have the Six of Swords. Yes, I'm taking my talents on the road. Some of you could be actually transitioning into artistry. It's weird. I talked about artistry. So maybe you could be finally taking your artwork serious or your music career serious or something of that nature. Okay. But this also feels like you'll have more success in another place or another country. Some of you guys, you actually may be going to another country, April, 6 months from now, 8 months from now. It could be like your first time. So that's good for you. We have the Hierophant and we have the Five of Wands. To me, I don't think therapy is going to save this at this particular point. Somebody may have possibly lied about like getting nudes or getting pictures sent to them. Again, this is the karmic relationship that I'm talking about. If you are meeting a fire sign person at like a festival, it's very short lived. So do not get attached. And you're going to thank me later for not getting attached to this. Some of you could be traveling for work. If you're traveling for work in the next week, 7 days, there will be somebody that you're going to meet. Okay. Because this is the Game of Thrones and this is whatever the priest's name was, I forgot. Um, he is for the people. That is always his, agenda. Be for the people. He never forgets the community that he comes from. He always wants to uplift his community, even if that means taking from somebody else's community to feed his own. That is what he's going to do. So there's this element of survival coming through. Some of you really could still be in this karmic relationship at this particular point because you're doing it for survival, especially because this makes me think of like the economy a little bit with the Hierophant, just because of the other cards surrounding it. We have the Five of Wands. So, again, lack of affection, lack of attention, but just really a lack of communication. Some of you guys are not talking to the person that you had a child with. Some of you may not even be talking to your father. Maybe you feel like your father has changed, but not necessarily in the way that you remember. Your father may have been somebody who was very like, chill, and now they possibly are turning a little bit into just a very religious, and it's just like, I can't, it's just like, what happened to you? So a lot of air signs, you actually will be having like that, epiphany, I guess, when it pertains to people that you're dealing with. It's like, who are you? And when is my friend, my parent, when are they going to come back? But I hate to say it, I don't think they're going to come back. This feels like that they were destined to turn out this way. And it's unfortunate that, you and this person are going to have to go your separate ways because they are becoming who they were always going to become, even if that is in a negative. There's nothing you could do about it at this particular point. And some of you really just have to deal with people at a distance. Right now, you need to be focusing on yourself because some of you possibly you're going through a divorce or you are going through whatever it is, and you just want to feel again. You want somebody to make you feel again. You want somebody to make you feel whole. And if you have kids, it almost feels like you may be neglecting them a little bit on your pursuit of trying to feel, which again, I get it. When you've been in that period of, time and you've dealt with all that, I get it. It's just like, I just want to feel like that I matter or that I am as great as I think I am. I get that. But you need to sit your ass, like my grandma would say, sit your ass down somewhere just for a little bit. It's not going to be for long, but it's like you need to collect your thoughts. You need to collect yourself right now because there's a lot of betrayal. I mean, I don't even know if betrayal. I don't even think it's betrayal. There is a lot of awakenings happening around you. Awakenings in terms of things that you just did not want to pay attention to, or it could be awakenings in terms of, people tried to tell you, but you just didn't want to listen. Or again, awakenings to the fact of these people, they didn't, it didn't be a like, who are you? It turned into, this is who I am. So it just feels like that this was the trajectory they were going to take anyway. They were going to become this person regardless if you were in their life or not. And I know it's disheartening to see, like, wow, we used to have a proper time, but not anymore. Hmm. Yes, remember I just said, sit your tail down somewhere just for a second. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So just take your time, go with the flow. Again, like I said, some of you guys, you're going to be doing a lot of traveling, good traveling though. So 6 months on, 6 months off. Some of you may be getting into that energy of, I'm going to be here for 6 months and I'm going to go somewhere else for 6 months. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, especially if you have the capability to do so, if it comes to your job or whatever it is that you do. Some of you may be taking a trip to Bali, Malaysia, anything of that particular nature. Okay. Some of you are worried, like if you're going to get married again, if you've been married before. But I do feel like that you're going to get married again, but it probably just won't necessarily be whenever you think. Yeah. See, two different sets of cards came out, reiterating what I already said, that this situation is over. This is a karmic relationship. I don't really think this is going to come back around again. And you have multiple cards here in my spread of you meeting new people, meeting someone new. Again, the fire sign came up, and then we have could be a water sign around your age, or they could be like a little bit younger, or they just graduated from college. For some of you guys that are still in that age. Okay. Yeah. Three of Pentacles. You're in a growth cycle. There's actually a very uncomfortable growth cycle. I hate to say it, some of you air signs, you may end up going the next 6 months, or I hope it's not 6 years, because that would just be terrible. And it may not really be anybody romantically with you. And, that is something that you don't want to hear. I get that. But there are moments in life where you have to come across things that you don't want to hear. It's not the end of the world. Okay. Yep. For some of you guys are going to stay in this karmic relationship because you haven't experienced love, real love. And you think that the love you're experiencing now is real. That's number one. Um, Number two, there's paperwork involved, there's land ownership deeds, all that good stuff. And it's becoming such a headache for you guys to divide those assets. So you're going to, stick around until you can get that done. But also, some of you guys, you're not leaving, um, or somebody's not leaving here because you really just want to piss the other person off. You want to possibly get in the way of them trying to move on, or them trying to do something else, or this is happening to you. You're fighting the waves of the universe. Okay. Yeah. See, Sun, but the Empress in reverse. Some of you guys, your priorities are a little bit screwed up right now because of these endings that are happening, you know? So in my opinion, have your little fun right now, but soon you need to get your tail back to business, okay? Because you can't keep moving like this. Because I ain't gonna lie, some air signs are moving kind of funny. Even the universe is kind of just like, you're moving a little bit funny. So I'll let you have your time right now. I'll let you have your fun right now, Nine of Cups. But eventually you're gonna have to get back to doing what needs to be done. Period. Okay? Two of Swords. Yeah, like I said, those of you that are looking for a job, I feel like a job is going to come. Okay. King of Cups. Yeah, the strength card. Yeah. It takes a lot of strength to walk away. It really does. To walk away from what's been considered normal, okay, or accepting, excuse me. It's difficult to walk away from that, okay? But you are sitting up here, and some of you may need to think about it from a perspective of, if this was like your son or your daughter and they're coming to you for advice and you see them constantly sitting in this situation, what do you think your communication or your talk with them is going to be about? I mean, just think about that for a second. Sometimes I gotta flip it on y'all because you don't be listening when because you think I'm getting on your tail. I am, but not in that way to like judge you. It's just in a way of okay, you can fine get it out your system, but after it's out of your system, you need to be getting your tail back to what the hell is going on. Period. Okay. But anyway, so, guys, yeah, his relationship is over. So guys, this has been your reading for the month of October. I hope you enjoyed the slideshow. If you enjoyed it, then we could possibly stick with this. A focus group will be coming at the end of the month. So yeah, we could talk about it some more then. But go back. I don't think it's gonna go back. Is it gonna go back? Oh yes. So of course, air signs. This has been your forecast, and I'll see you later.